Hi doctors, my name is CJ, and in relationships in the past, I've had a couple issues with jealousy. But what I want to know is, why do our brains make up these false scenarios about our partners that inevitably make us really mad? And what can I do to cope with those feelings?
What?
Jealousy.
Oh, jealousy.
It's
what
everywhere.
a great question.
Really good.
That is, and I think that's something we all have been through at one time or another.
Yeah, either on the sort of jealous end or the receiver of the jealous partner. And I've seen relationships get wrecked over this. And so I think it's a really good question. So glad he was so brave to ask it. And, you know, our brain makes up these scenarios because there's a little bit of insecurity when you're in a relationship with anybody else, because you do not have 100% control anymore. So you don't know how they feel, and our brain tries to protect us from emotional harm by going to the most catastrophic scenario and then preparing yourself. But then that, of course, can lead sometimes to the very outcome you fear, because you might jab at that person and then they get upset and they actually break up with you, right? So I think the first question we have to ask is this insecurity coming from me because of some of my own stuff, or is my partner making me feel insecure? You know, like maybe they're always talking about how beautiful somebody else is in front of you. And if that's the case, of course, you should directly address it with your partner.
Or verbally talking you down, for example, or just whatever makes them uncomfortable.
Exactly. And so I think if that's the case, you do need to address your partner. But if it's more something that's coming from you, you really need to think before you act. And so if it's something that is just some insecurity rolling around, it's really important to remind yourself of maybe 2 or 3 things that your partner always does to reassure you. And so before you act, think about those things, and hopefully that'll stop you. But if it has to do with your self-esteem, because some people have chronically low self-esteem, so they do this in every relationship and self-sabotage, I have a really good self-esteem building exercise, and it's called 5 points. And so you kind of use your fingers, and you start with your thumb, and you say, okay, list a personality trait to yourself that you appreciate about you. The second one is listing a characteristic, a physical characteristic that you appreciate about yourself. The third one is a person who cares about you. The fourth one is a goal that you accomplished in the last 24 hours. And the last one is a person you helped or encouraged in the last 24 hours. It only takes 30 seconds, and hopefully that'll right your mind just a little bit before you do anything that you'll regret later.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dr. Judy.